Hi friends, this is Sushil here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let me just remind you that today it's going to be a very insightful video today and I request you to watch till the end. And this video is going to be helpful for all the people in equity stock market investment to get an understanding about when a stock needs to be entered and what is the strategy that needs to be followed for our investment. Okay, and this is specifically for long-term investment that I'm talking about. So the intent to create this video is basically because of many of the forums that I have been interacting or been part of, mostly the people when we discuss a particular stock or during the discussion, many of the investors they ask the question like, should I invest in this particular stock today, or can I take an entry into the stock today? So this is the major question that people ask about. So I thought like instead of repeatedly answering this question, why can't we have a particular video which will explain about the investment strategy that needs to be followed for different kinds of stock. So in that sense, today's video is going to be about that, and I hope it will be helpful for the investors. So in case you're not subscribed to this particular channel, please do subscribe and also share with your friends so that they're also getting benefited with all the kinds of financial information that we share here. The links to Telegram group that I'm part of has been given in the video description. So please do check out and be part of it and get benefited. So without much delay, let's get started with our discussion. So mostly I will be talking about two kinds of stock. Being a long-term investor, that's what I'm more focusing on. So first type of stock is the SIP stock, which is the systematic investment plan stock. And second thing is the growth stock. So let me talk about the systematic investment plan category stock. Okay. So these are stocks which are fundamentally very good. They might be the market leaders. They might be the blue chip companies, and they might be the mid cap companies who are very good in that particular category. Okay, so in these stocks, what do? We just have to select this particular stock. Okay, and we have to invest in the stocks on specific periods. So when I say specific period, either it can be monthly or it can be fortnightly. Okay, based on your investment amount or based on your investment strategy. Mostly people follow monthly SIP on stocks. This is exactly like how we do it in the mutual funds. So mutual fund, what we do? We just specify a specific amount in a particular mutual fund, and we keep that in our online banking as a specific biller. So on a monthly basis, whether whatever specified amount it is going into that particular mutual fund, right? In similar manner, here what we do is like we select a particular stock, okay, irrespective of whatever may be the market price of the particular stock, you buy that stock on a specific day, the required quantity that you have planned for. Let me just give an explanation through the chart. I'm showing the chart for Infosys Limited for the past 8 years. And suppose consider an investor who has started a systematic investment plan in Infosys in the year of 2013. And he had planned for buying one share of Infosys every month. And in that case, what he will do is like he will buy one share of Infosys on January. Okay, date doesn't matter. He will buy one share of Infosys in February. Either it can be on the 1st of February or it can be on the 28th of February. The day doesn't matter. You just plan for one share of Infosys, okay, every month. So he has accumulated 12 shares in that year. He has been investing for the past 8 years, and with the growth rate that Infosys had shown, as of today, he would be holding a very good number of shares with him. Around 96 shares he'll be holding with him, and it would have appreciated very well with the way that Infosys has performed. So our intention is simple. Okay, we don't have to invest in bulk. We just have to follow a strict, disciplined manner of investment where we are investing on the selective number of stocks. The number of stocks need not be huge. It can be max 5 shares, which are fundamentally very good and which are probably the blue chip companies, or which are probably the very good the mid cap companies, which are the very good probably candidates for becoming a large cap company in the future. Okay, so you have to select such good companies in your portfolio, max 5, and you keep doing SIP in these 5 shares for a longer period of time. Adding to that, apart from your SIP that you're doing in this particular shares, whenever you get some additional amount, suppose you got some other mutual fund or some other way of bonus, you got something, okay, or some additional savings that you did. So those savings can be utilized as a kind of a catalyst to add more number of shares apart from the normal SIP. In such situations where there are some big corrections happening in the market, or maybe there was some negative sentiment about a specific share, so you can use those opportunities to add more number of such shares into your portfolio. Okay, so let the number of stocks, SIP stocks, remain 5, but you can add more number of shares during those particular correction apart from your SIP plan. Okay, you continue your SIP in this particular shares until the fundamentals are strong and there is nothing changing in those fundamentals. Okay, you stop the SIP only at a point of time when you see that the company's fundamentals have changed and it has gone negative, and it's going to impact the company's share price. Okay, only at that point of time you decide to stop, or you have decide to change your SIP plans. Okay, so I hope you understood about what is SIP in equity shares, right? Now let me explain to you about how do we invest in the growth story or the growth stocks. So this is a chart for Shastra Swantra Ventures Limited, which is a e-pharmacy company, and it's the only listed e-pharmacy company in exchange. Okay, so here the current market price of the company is 123.35, and this is a share that was recommended in our Telegram channels at around 96 rupees. It did run up to 140, and now it got corrected, and now it's in around 123. Okay, so for a person who has taken entry at around 96, right? The immediate support was 89, and below that the support is at around 68 to 70. Okay. For growth story companies, how do we take entry for such shares? Suppose now the share is being traded around 123. Okay, now the share is trading at 123.35. There is a small support. I won't say it's a strong support. There is a small support which is at around 120.75 or maybe 120. Okay, so this might act as a small support, and there is a probability that it might bounce back from this particular support. Okay, so we have to notice whether how is the share acting or behaving at this point of time, whether it is respecting this particular support or not. Okay, so if you see here, this was the support previously was a resistance here in this particular point. Okay, if you see in 2015, the share price spiked, and at around 120 it came down. Okay, this hit here this particular resistance, that came down. Okay, so if you see here, it was a support here, and after this, when the support broke, it fell down. Okay, same is here, it just went up, hit the resistance and came down. So what happens is it's a small support, I would say, at this point of time, and if it is respecting this particular support, a person can take an entry at this point of time. Now what happens if this particular support is broken? The next support is available at around 105 to 106. That's the next support available. Okay, so a person can take entry near to this particular support zone. Okay, suppose this particular support is broken, the next support is at around 89. So if this particular support is broken at 105, either the person, what he should be doing is like he should be exiting this particular stock. Okay, because from 105 to 89, number of points are around 16 points. 16 points are there, which is there, okay, which is the difference between the this particular support and to the next support. So in between this, there is no support available. So there is a high chance that the correction may not stop anywhere in the middle. It can come near to this particular support. So it's best that when this particular support is broken, the particular share investor exits that particular share and he waits to re-enter either near to this particular support zone or whenever the share price closes above this particular resistance. Because once a support has been broken, that broken support becomes a new resistance for that particular share. Okay. Now, think about a person who is going to enter new into a particular stock. He is not owning that stock yet, but he got a recommendation in the Telegram channel or from his advisor. So how should be his strategy of entering into the particular stock? Suppose nothing that the share is trading at around 82. Just giving an example. Okay. Now, what happens is like if that particular person is taking entry at 82, the margin of safety for him is 14 points. The support is at around 68, and if he's taking entry at around 82, from 82 to 68, there is no support available, and the margin of safety is very less for him, right? Now, think about the situation. Now, he got a recommendation at around 82, but he did not take entry. As a wise investor, what he did is like he waited. Okay, he waited for the share to either touch the support zone or this resistance of 89. He waited for that, and when he saw that this particular 89 resistance has been broken, he takes entry at around 91. He waited from 82 to reach 91. When he saw that this resistance has been broken, he takes entry here. So what happens is like now for him, the margin of safety is very good. That is only 2 points. So even if this particular support breaks later point of time, he can easily close that position and he will lose very minimal amount, right? If he is having 100 shares and he might be losing only 200 rupees. So the difference is around, he took at 91 and it is hitting the support and is getting broken. So maybe he will lose around 200 or maybe 300. But if a person who is taking entry here at 82 and this correction comes, there is no support available till the next support of 68. And if he's having 100 shares, he might not be able to exit quickly and it might fall quickly till 68. So the loss might be on higher side. Maybe it's around 1000 or maybe it's around 1400, right? So that's why we say that when we enter into a growth stock, we should always look for the margin of safety. The moment we get a recommendation, we should not jump into the stock and buy it. We should always look for the support zone, buying at a support zone, or whenever that particular stock crosses a resistance and that resistance becomes a new support zone, and that's the point that investor should buy that particular stock. Okay. Now this is about the support and resistance. What about a stock that is hitting 52-week high or a all-time high? For that, there is no resistance available because it's moving towards uncharted territory. So in such situation, the 52-week high or the all-time high will act as the support. Okay, so when a stock moves above 52-week high or all-time high, then that particular share is considered to be taken as a new entry. Okay, so new entry can be taken at that point of time. So I hope you understood about how we need to take entry into the growth stocks. So this is just an example I told you. For any growth stock, this approach can be followed. So just remember the major logic how we invest in the growth stock is just that always enter near to the support zone. Okay, so that you have sufficient margin of safety available with you, and you're able to protect your capital in case of any unprecedented correction that is happening in the market. Okay, so and also just make sure that for growth stories, whenever there is a correction happening, if it's hitting the nearby support zone, it's always best to exit and enter at a later point of time if it's showing reversal. Okay, so I hope you understood about the difference between SIP stock and the growth stock. And to summarize what we discussed, SIP stock are stocks where we can take entry into that stock on a monthly basis without worrying about the current market price of the stock. And these are the fundamentally very good stocks that are available in the market. Growth stocks are those stocks which are aggressive stocks, and SIP is not considered for such stocks. And entry and exit from this particular stock is purely based on the technicals, based on the support and resistance available from the charts. Okay, I hope you understood from the our discussion. And in case you have any concerns or queries, please do comment. And if you like this video, please like. If you dislike this video, please press the dislike button, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and also share with your friends. Until we meet again with another video, happy investing and thank you so much.